Hey, it's mid-October, but we're not done in the vegetable garden yet because this is a great time of year to plant garlic. Actually, any time from early to mid-October is great garlic planting weather. We want to put the cloves in the ground, get them growing a little bit, then they'll go dormant over the winter and then start up again in spring. Now you can also plant garlic in the springtime, but you get a little bit of a head start if you get the plants in the garden in the fall. So first off, you need to decide, are you going to do soft neck garlic or hard neck garlic? Hard neck garlic performs better if it's fall planted, whereas soft neck garlic can be a little more successful in a spring planting, but you can plant that one in the fall too. When you're planting garlic, you need to choose a site where you have good soil organic matter. So if your soil is heavy clay, add some organic matter in before you plant. If your soil is more sandy, add some organic matter in, and that's going to help improve your water holding capacity. You also need to think about fertility because garlic is a heavy feeder. Typically you're going to apply 3 to 4 pounds of a 10-10-10 type fertilizer per 100 square feet of area before you put your garlic cloves in the ground. Now we're going to be planting into a planter bed that has been seeded with a cover crop to hold the soil, but that's fine. We can plant our garlic right into it. You can either plant garlic in single rows, spacing the cloves about 5 to 6 inches apart and the rows 12 inches apart, or a more productive way to use your garden space is to do a wide row planting where you do multiple rows together, just keeping all of the cloves about 5 to 6 inches apart. You don't want to use garlic that you buy from the grocery store because often those have been treated with chemicals that will inhibit germination. So it's much better to buy your garlic or order your garlic from an online source where you can get good untreated cloves. Right before you start planting, go ahead and take the heads of the garlic apart and sort the cloves into large and small. Use the small ones for cooking in the house and use the larger cloves for your actual planting. So doing the planting is pretty straightforward. Again, you're looking for about a 5 to 6 inch spacing between each clove. The cloves go in the soil about 2 to 3 inches deep. Put the pointy end up and you should be good to go. Now as far as aftercare, remember that garlic it likes a lot of moisture. So if you have dry conditions, make sure that you're irrigating to keep those cloves moist so they'll start to grow. When we get into colder temperatures in December, apply a winter mulch. About 3 inches of a nice organic type winter mulch will help hold in soil moisture and prevent frost heaving of the cloves over the winter. Now your cloves will go dormant in the fall, but then they'll start growing again next spring. And you should actually be ready for harvesting by about June or into early July. When you're ready to harvest, simply pull the plants out of the ground, shake the extra dirt off the soil, and you can either use the cloves immediately or you can hang them and let them dry until the neck becomes nice and firm. And then they're ready for long-term storage until you're ready to use them in the kitchen.